Hello everyone and welcome back to the second part of the Squid Game tutorial, yeah? In this part we will add animations to our doll, yeah? Join the Artified Discord server. It's a super fun community where you can talk about your games, get feedback, show off your work or just even chill a bit, you know? Also, there were some issues in part 1, so what I've decided is just to remove the whole game controller script because you'll start from zero and fix all the bugs that we were having and also add the animations of the doll, yeah? So first of all, I will have a free model now, which will have all of this inside, also including the scripts. But a very important part is that you go inside of the doll, which will be called Watcher. And inside of here, you will have anim saves, and you will have 4 animations. Make sure to right-click all of them, save, export, and save to Roblox. So then you will have 4 animations, which are like this, screen light, and make sure they are like made by you. And make sure to save all these IDs of each animation because you'll be using them later, yeah? Okay, so also, depending on the position of where your map is, you will have to change teleport to start. So I have a set like this because, like, let's say if I put a part somewhere around here, which is the center, which you want the player to spawn at. If you look in the position, you will see it's like around 10, and around minus 150. And if you look here, it's 10, 10, minus 50. So let's say your position says something else, just round it up. Or you can also be just specific. I can even do just like 12, 12. Yeah, 12, 12, minus 50. So yeah, if I like play the game, I will then spawn in the beginning of the map, yeah? Now, also in part 1, we made something called the sound player. We can just completely delete this, yeah? Now, inside of game controller, this will be the very long scripting process, yeah? First of all, let's local our basic things, which is first of all local player is equal to game players, get service players. Then we also need our local of our run service equals game.get service run service. Then we also need the local of our replicated storage, and then this will be game.get service replicate storage, yeah? It's just the same process as we do in almost all of our tutorials. Also workspace equals game.get service workspace. Yeah. Then of course we will also need 2 new locals for our animation. It will be local current track and also local freeze track connection, I mean, yeah. Then we will also local our events, light event, and this will be replicate storage point find first child light event, or we will do instance.new. We will make a remote event which is called which will be inside of our replicate storage, yeah. And then this will be light event dot name equals light event, yeah. So why this? So if you don't want all of this, you can just add in your replicate storage a remote event and call it slide event, but I will keep everything inside of the script and I will make my remote event inside of my script, yeah. So we will make another event, which will be our sound event equals to replicate storage point finds of just replicate storage point find first child sound event, or again instance.new, just the same thing as we had on the top, but then sound event dot name will be just sound, yeah. Then we will also local a couple of other things. We will local our reaction time. I will give the player 1 second to react when it's like red light. If you want it to be more brutal, just use 0.5, but I will use 1. And then we can also local our start barrier equals workspace find first child start barrier. This is this thing here, this red thing. So when the round starts, this will hide and you can walk through it. Then we will also local our game area, which will be again workspace find first child. I don't know why it's not a capital letter. Yeah, find first child game area. The game area is this big invisible box here, where the game will be played, which is at the beginning of the line, as you can see here, all the way to the end of the line, yeah. So like let's say you're outside of the box. That means you cannot die anymore from the red light events. Only when you're inside of this box, you can die when it's red light. If it's red light and you're here, you won't die if you move. Yeah. So then we will also make a new local for our doll, yeah, which we called Watcher, yeah, which will be workspace. I don't know why it's always without the capital letter. Workspace find first child Watcher. Then local animator, yeah. Local animations, which will be in this bracket if Watcher and Watcher find first child humanoid, which we have because this thing is an animatable thing. Watcher, it has a humanoid inside of it, yeah. Then what we're gonna do is animator equals watcher dot humanoid dot find double point find first child of class and animator. What we're gonna do is we're gonna add our animations dot red light equals instance dot new animation animations dot red light dot animation id equals, and then we will have like a weird thing. Use rbx sid double point slash slash then your animation id for red light. Yeah, so as you can see here, for red light I have this animation id and begin with 757 and I put it in here. Yeah, now what you can do, you can just copy this and paste this 4 more times. Yeah, inside of red light here we're gonna use green light. Copy this, paste inside of here, go into your Opera, or I mean your browser, and then find your green light thing, copy this, and then inside of our Roblox Studio we're gonna paste it inside of here. Instead of red light we're gonna do red look, copy this, paste inside of here, go into our browser, find red look, copy the animation id, go here and paste this inside of here, and then our last one is red look away. Yeah, copy this, paste inside of here, go in your browser, red look away, copy the animation id, go back here and paste inside of here. Yeah, now what you're gonna do is local red light, which will be false in the beginning, local red light start time, which will set now to 0, local save players equals, and then in this brackets. Now we're also going to use this local function. We're going to play our animation, anim, looped. Yeah, it will be down here. So first of all, if there isn't an animator or not anim, then return ends. So then we're not even going to try to do this function. Yeah, but if there is one, so if current track, then current track point stop. So that means even the animations is already playing, then we're going to current track. So if there's already an animation playing, then we're gonna stop the animation. We're gonna destroy the animation. Yeah. Don't mind that it's like still red for a second. That will be fixed in a second. We're also gonna do local track equals animator point load animation our anim. Yeah. Track dot looped equals looped track point play. What we're also gonna do is current track will be our track. Yeah, what we're gonna do is also return track, because we will be calling this function somewhere else and it will tell the script that we'll be like using later which track will be playing, so we will return the track. Yeah, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna local a new function which will be called play watcher animation something, yeah, or sequence to make it more fancy, which will be transition animation comma our looped animation. Yeah, so for this what we're gonna do is, if there is again not an animator, you can just copy this, paste it here and just remove this. If there's not an animator, then return to the end. Yeah, what we're gonna do is we're gonna stop this thing again. So here again, copy, Control V. If there's a current track, then we're gonna stop and destroy it. But we're also gonna add the current track will be also set to nil, to nothing. Yeah, what you're gonna do is you're gonna loop and play the transition one time. Local transition, local transition track, which will be animator point load animation transition animation. Yeah, then what we're just gonna do is transition track looped equals false. I'm just gonna copy transition track so I can do later. Transition track point play, and then current track equals our transition track. Yeah, then we're gonna schedule the idle loop before transition the fully ends. Yeah, so what we're gonna do is local transition length equals transition track dot length. What you're gonna do is, I'm just gonna do transition length here, copy this now, task dot delay transition length minus 0.05 comma function, and we're gonna open the brackets like here and then press enter. Yeah, if current track is equal to transition track, then what we're gonna do is local our idle track equals animator point load animation loop animation. Yeah, idle track point play, and also current track will now be our idle track. Yeah, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna add a function to know if the player is inside our game area, to know which players are safe and which players will be killed if they move, if red light is on. Yeah, so just double enter here, go a bit more down. So we're gonna local function is in game area or something, and then humanoid report or something. Yeah, so if we didn't find game area, then we're gonna return false, and this is just like some bug fixing as well, so the game doesn't fully break. local position equals humanoid root part position. Local size equals humanoid root part size. Oh no, I mean game area.size. Local C-frame equals area C-frame. And I was also going to do is local relative position equals C-frame. So point to object space position. Then return, not repeat, return mat.abs. I'm going to do rel position.x. This arrow size dot x divided by 2. And what doing? And just here. And mat.abs. We're gonna do rel pos again. Rel pos.y is smaller or equal to size.y divided by 2. And again, mat.abs position.z this time also is smaller or equal to size.z divided by 2. Yeah. This is your in-game area function. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna broadcast our light status, also in form of a function. Local function broadcast light, which will be status green duration. Yeah, red light equals to in the bracket status equals to red. And then what we're gonna do is if red light, then what we're gonna do red light start time equals tick. Yeah, play watcher sequence. We're gonna do is animations dot red look comma animations dot red light. Yeah, so red look will become our transition animation and red light will be our looped animation. Yeah, now what you're gonna do is you're gonna do an else play watcher sequence. This will be for our green light. Yeah, animations dot red look away comma animations dot green light. Yeah, then after this end we will do light event point fire all clients. Light event of fire. Wait, did we even make a light event? Yeah, we did. Light event, also called light event, right? Yeah, light event fire all clients like this and then status. Yeah, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a run service. This will detect movement during red light. Yeah, so how do we do this? We will use the run service thing dot heartbeat point connect function like this. Yeah, if red light, this will be a bit of math, and tick minus red light start time is bigger or equal to reaction time, then they're not safe. For underscore comma player in pairs players. You have players, use players here, right? Oh yeah, use players. Double point get layers do. What we're gonna do is look at our character, which will be our player dot characters. If characters and characters double point find first child humanoid root part and characters double point find first child a humanoid. Then what we're gonna do is look our humanoid root part, which will be our character dot humanoid. I'll just copy this. Humanoid root part. Then local moving equals humanoid root part dot assembly liner velocity. Yeah. Dot magnitude is bigger than 1 if moving. Then what we're gonna do, oh wait, if moving and not save players, then it's this kind of bracket player and is in game area humanoid root part, then character dot humanoid will be dot health will be to 0, so the player dies, and save players player equals to true. Yeah. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna protect respawn players for a short amount of time. Yeah. How we're gonna do this is players dot player added point connect function player, and then we're gonna do is player dot character added point connect function character. What we're gonna do is task delay with 1 second, and then function with nothing inside of it. Save players player equals true, and then here task dot delay 2.5 seconds comma function nothing inside of it. Save players player equals nil, and yeah. Then we're also gonna do the player removing when the player removes. Players dot player removing double point connect function player, and then what we're gonna do is save players player equals to nil. Yeah, we're almost there. What we're gonna do is the game loop, so with the red light and green light. So while true do, because this is like a loop, while true do, we're gonna do print. We don't even have to print anything in our output, to be fair. If start barrier, then what we're gonna do, start barrier dot transparency equals to 0.5. That is in the beginning. Start barrier dot can collide will be to true, and then we're gonna wait 4 seconds. before the round starts. And then if start barrier again, we can copy this. We're gonna do the transparency will be 1, and then calculate will be false. Yeah. And then this is for our first green light. Local green light duration equals mod.random 5 to 8 seconds. Broadcast light will be green with our green light duration. Yeah, right duration. And you can just name this green duration to be fair, not to be difficult. Yeah. And then we're gonna wait green duration. And what we're gonna do is for I equals 1,10 do broadcast light, red light. Wait, mod.random 4 to 6 seconds, let's say. Local new green equals mod.random 5 to 8 seconds again, like we did here. Broadcast light green and new green, and then wait new green. And then we're gonna reset the barrier. Yeah, we're gonna do this. Boom, the same thing as here, and then wait 2 seconds. Yeah. So normally this is the whole script. Sorry if this took a lot longer than I expected. We just had to remake the whole script. I will also explain how the free model will work. Yeah. If you test the game, we spawn here. It says waiting. Then when it says, oh, it broke a bit. Wait, let me just fix this real quick. So I did a small problem. This is fire all clients, not all fire client, but I did a B before in there. Yeah. So waiting. Let's just see if everything works. So it's a green light. Normally the animation is playing. You see the head is turning. This is green light again. Red light. I see a small problem. The animation is not looping. Let me fix this real quick. Let me just see what I did wrong. Okay, so I see my problem, which is very stupid of me. You have to do your transition track after this transition track dot looped. I mean, this will be idle track now. Will be true. Yeah. So normally now when we play the game, it's waiting, and it's green light, and I hope you can see. I will just get more near of the doll right now. You can see the head is turning around. Green light again. We can move forward, the hand animation plays. Yeah, let's just maybe spawn, or maybe let's just run the game here. Yeah, let's just run, and you can see that the animation will be playing as it's used to. Yeah, you see here animation is playing, hand is, yeah, okay, it's a bit bugged. You can move the tree around. Yeah, you can see well, it's looking back when it's red light. It should do a little animation for green light. Yeah, so this is how you add the animation to the doll. Everything will be in the link in the description. Join the Discord to find the free model. Yeah. So how will the free model be? So you will have a thing with just the Squid Game area, start barrier. Yeah. Wait, let me just get the model for you and show you how you set up everything correctly. Yeah. Okay. So when you have the model, you will see a folder called Squid Game or something. Yeah. Maybe it will be called something different, but just open the folder and you'll see 3 folders: workspace, servers, and starter player scripts. So first, the workspace thing, grab everything and just drag this inside of workspace. So you can even delete the folder inside of the model. Then in server script service, you can open this. You will see game controller and teleport to start, and you can see server script service. Just find this somewhere in here, which is this server service. You can drag this and put it inside of here. And starter player scripts, where is this? In starter player, and you see starter player scripts. You can do is you can drag the 2 things, like also inside of here. And then when you play the game, everything should be working perfectly fine. Waiting, and it will say green light, the animation will play. And of course, very important thing when you're using the free model, the animations may not work because I am the creator of the animations, but you will have access to the watcher, which will be in the free model. If you open this in anim saves, you will see red light, red look, and look away. And what you have to do is, for simply of all of these scripts, right click, save export, save to Roblox to all of the 4. Then you will have 4 things right here. Make sure to get these ID numbers. And what you do is very simply go into your game controller script, and inside of here just change everything to your IDs here. Red light has to be your ID of red light, which you will find here of red light. Yep, just make sure you just change those as well. Yeah, thank you for watching part 2. In part 3 we'll make the timer work. Yeah, like let's say we'll add a 2-minute timer, so every 2 minutes a new round will start. Yeah, we can even give the user money if they complete a round. Yeah, and yeah, just let me know what you want to see in part 2. I can even make some new Squid Game related mini games in Roblox. Make sure to join my Discord and suggest me all these things in the description and also in my Discord, because I am very active in my Discord and listen to all the ideas that you guys have. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one.